Yes, good afternoon. Are you all there? Yes. Is my voice is audible? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
See, why don't you give the response? I think all have logged in and you kept the mobile aside. Only
No,
one
ma'am.
No,
student
ma'am.
have
No, ma'am.
just responded. So, what's your last hour? What is the subject?
It's aptitude, ma'am. Aptitude.
So, yesterday we stopped here in this concept database management system structure. It has some levels also. One by one, we will just discuss. So at first we have, I can say this is the first component and the second one and this is the last one. So coming to the disk storage, we have just know about, okay, the data will be stored in the disk. The data will be copied in the database. No. Okay, we have to in detail know about the disk storage. Actually, in the disk storage also, it has some data, indices, data dictionary, statistical data. Even all are these different four terms, but all the four has the data only, but each and every one has a specific meaning. So data is it's a collection of the raw facts and all. Coming to the indices is nothing but an index. Okay, see this is the index. So in a book, how the index will be used in a book? Will you refer the index in the book? Textbooks. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we have the index, we can easily access the data. Okay, so that is the purpose of having the indices in the disk storage. Coming to the data dictionary. So this data dictionary is nothing but it has the data about the data of the relational model. So like if suppose there were many number of tables, so what the important data about the tables, that data will be stored in the data dictionary. Suppose in the first table maybe one primary key is there, so maybe in the data dictionary what it has the data is what it has the data dictionary is nothing but data about the data. So whatever the data that is there, so it will just have the data about what data exactly which we have and what is the capacity of the data and whatever the important tables that are there and how many of the attributes. So like that. So that we can also call this one as a metadata repository. Coming to the statistical data. Suppose I have the data from your section, all 60 students data. Okay, suppose I specifically taken some roll number 3's record. Okay, so roll number 3 is record results, attribute feature results as per semester wise. So what I'll do, now I can say that I have some statistical data because year by year, semester by semester, I have the data. Okay, so that can be used for even for the analysis also. Okay, I can analyze that student whether good at academics or not by looking into that particular feature results. Okay, so these kinds of components are there in the disk storage. So this is what about all these four. And coming to the next one, next component, that is storage manager. This in the storage manager, we have buffer manager, file manager, authorization and integrity manager, and transaction manager. Can you anybody tell me about buffer manager? At least what you have understood. That's all. If you know anything about the buffer manager or file manager, yes, anyone can tell me the answer. No need to browse the system, browse the Google or something else. If you have the idea, then you just tell me. Buffer manager.
Ma'am, I have an idea about SSD, but not like hard disk. So like file manager will store data in like cells, and buffer manager will manage like the buffer between switching between each cells.
Okay. Authorization and integrity manager. No
It'll,
idea.
it'll check for like authenticity of the file.
Okay, good. Transaction manager.
It'll take care of like switching between cells. I hope so.
Okay, good. Others? No one? Okay. Uh, tell to me like, mm, suppose you wanna watch some movie from in your laptop. Maybe if you organized your drive, your folders, okay. What can I call that? Maybe some drives like C drive, D drive, E drive. So somewhere, if you copied the movie, okay, in some drive, suppose I ask you to watch that film, then what you will do? You able to directly see that particular movie on the screen? What is the process that will be there at first? Can we able to directly watch the movie where you have just stored?
No, ma'am, you have to open the folder.
Uh, then
Like if suppose you stored it in download, then you'll have to go through C drive, then you'll go to user, then you'll go to admin, then you'll go to downloads.
okay. So this is the process of opening this file, right, Saran?
Yes, ma'am.
But okay. Coming to your mobiles, if I asked you to open some photo which was recently viewed, okay, which was recently viewed by you, so can you able to get that photo to view again fastly as quicker than other photos?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
It'll be stored in your random access.
Cache memory.
Yes, ma'am.
So even here also, we cannot able to get that file directly. At first, even whatever the hard disk capacity is, okay, if you are, see, suppose in some party, in some drive, if you kept something, okay, that it will be cached, that will, it will be buffered from the main memory, that it will be buffered from your hard disk to the main memory. Okay, it will switch that particular data into the main memory, because from the main memory only we can be able to access. Understand, nothing can be, even you have the hard disk also, we are not able to see that particular data directly. It will just at first, it will just copy that particular, that specified data onto the main memory, so thereby we can just watch that. Even whatever, even if you open the any of the audio file from somewhere which was stored in the hard disk and all, no, even your RAM size is 2 GB also. If even if you have 500 GB hard disk, okay, the entire data, it will not be get copied at once onto the main memory. It will just take okay, the data slowly from the hard disk to the main memory, so that we can easily view that movie. Okay, nothing is impossible without the main memory. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then one more point here is, and whatever the recently we view some whatever it is, audio file, maybe either text or images, video, everything, the particular address location will be get stored in the cache memory. And one thing I want to say, even your mobile costs also may vary based on the cache memory. Do you know that?
Yes, ma'am.
If the cache capacity is more, then automatically your mobile will work faster.
Faster.
Okay, so that is what, even the cache memory and main memory is so much important. Because why I'm telling all those is, even though it's not necessary to discuss in detail about those two, but here buffer manager, it is nothing but it will just takes the data from the disk storage to the main memory. That is what. So, which ensures, this manager ensures how to what to take the data from the main memory to the from the disk to the main memory. Coming to the file manager. So, file manager, what they'll do is, he is responsible for allocating the space in the disk. Okay, allocating the space in the disk. So this manager, suppose if we suppose only 5 GB left, only like 10 to 15 GB have left in the disk, 500 GB hard disk, then this file manager is used to allocate the space for the remaining things based on what first come first serve, like that. So he is responsible to ensure by allocating the space on the disk. Okay, so coming to the authorization and integrity manager, I am see, whatever the examples that I'm giving, that will not be there in the material also. And coming to the authorization and integrity manager, actually, suppose if we registered for any of the website, and after we registered, we will get some login data like username and the password, even for whatever it is. Nowadays it is common. Okay, even in IRCTC, for booking the ticket, we should have the user ID and password. So in that case, this manager, see, wherever the authorization manager will be there, what they used to do is, they used to cross check your data. If it is available, then they will give us the access. Okay, they will give us for the data access. So this is what authorization. Okay, this manager will authorize the persons so that with the help of the integrity constraints. Okay, so coming to the transaction manager, actually transaction manager, yesterday I told you about what is a transaction and all. And I said you like it is a collection of some set of logical operations. So in that case, for the a simple transaction also, there will be 6 number of operations. So what this manager will do is, if the transaction is completed successfully, then only he will just ensure the data, it should be modified. Whenever he got the transaction is successful message. Okay, so that is the responsibility of the transaction manager. Until unless if the transaction is not complete, so even though you have just crossed the 3 steps, okay, among the 6 number of operations for a transaction, no, the database will not be get updated. So that control is taken by the transaction manager. Okay, complete the transaction related thing is everything will be controlled by the transaction manager only. He is the responsible person for all the transactions. So this is what about the disk storage and storage manager. Anybody have doubts? I know it is a sleeping time, huh?
Yes.
But you have to listen the class. Okay, okay. The days are over. You have to do the hard work. If you do
Ma'am,
the
any
hard
idea
work,
will we have physical classes now?
yeah, Sarath.
When will we have physical classes now?
We cannot expect like, even though the schools were open, the parents were saying like, okay, they were not willing to send their kids. So even they have opened last year for 3rd years, not for you. I think for 2nd year also they have opened, right? They started asking you to come to college, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For the labs and all. But till if you get vaccinated till the 2nd dose, then it is okay to come to the college. Maybe I don't know when they'll pass the instructions and all. Till now, nothing is circulated among us regarding the college reopening for the students in offline mode. If once I know, then I'll get back to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So next is, okay, any doubts related to disk storage and storage manager? No? Number 30. Yes? Okay, then I'll move to the next component, that is query processor. See here, interpreter, this keyword you know, and compiler and linker. Okay, that I'll tell you. You know, I think about compiler and DML queries. And also we have DML compiler and organizer, query evaluation engine, and object code. I'll tell you one by one. At first, coming to the interpreter. Interpreter is nothing but, see, DDL interpreter. DDL means data definition language. We have some languages here. Those are data definition language, data modified language, and it's not modeling, it is modified. And one more, TCL language, transaction control language. So whatever we discussed in the last class about commit and rollback. Those will come under TCL. Okay, and what the comments that will comes under DDL, DML, that I'll explain you when we just do the second experiment. And coming to this interpreter, what the interpreter will do is, it will just execute the code line by line. That's it. And DML queries is nothing but data modified language.
Ma'am,
So, yeah.
yesterday only you told ki compiler will do line by line and interpreter will do everything.
No, who said? I think you're confused. Interpreter actually, it will just compile the code line by line. That is what, see,
Okay. Sorry, ma'am.
it's okay, but I'll tell you. Actually, we have before C and all. Okay, before C programming language, we have like COBOL, Fortran, formula translation, that is, and some other languages, Pascal. So at that time, we don't have like compilers. We have like only interpreters, but it takes more time, because if a program consists of 10 line also, it will just execute line by line. Okay, that is what, okay, compilers takes place here to execute the code, because the compiler executes the entire code at once. Clear? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
uh, so this is what interpreter and compiler. And do you think that even in the C programming language, or else coming to the Python programming language, or else Java programming language, uh, do you think that if we compiled with some shortcut keyword and all, do we get the response immediately?
No, ma'am.
No. Then what the process it will is there in between that?
Ma'am, so if you allocate integer and character, it will allocate memory for that specific this thing.
Okay, that anyhow you will just write the code, no?
Yes, ma'am. So
So
line by line, it will do one by one.
okay. So actually, if once we get compiled, okay, everything will be get executed. Okay, executed, but we will not get the result immediately, because at first, whatever the instructions that were there, okay, in a program, that entire thing, it will be turned into object code. Okay, whatever you have written, that is nothing but the source code. You are writing the source code. If once you get compiled, then automatically it will just convert it into the object code. Excuse me. So that object code, it will be get again understand by the machine, so that again we will get the result back. The compiler, their work is at a time it will execute the program. Okay, so by executing, it will just generate some object code. That object code will be understand by the machines, because we are just writing printf, enter a value, enter b value, like that in C programming language. Or coming to the Python, we will just write print, okay, some message. So that is understood by you, but it is not, it cannot be understood by the machine. So that is what this compiler will do is, it will just execute, but it will just generate one object code, so that the machine will check only this object code, not your source code, whatever you have written from the front end. Understand? You don't know till now, right? Am I right? ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది. If suppose maybe your lab faculty gave a lengthy program, So in order to for the better understanding purpose, suppose you have used four functions. ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్లో if you have used four functions, then you know one thing, it will be get divided into four parts. So four object codes the compiler will generate for each and every function. So all those four object codes, it will be linked by the it will be linked up with by the linker. What it will do is it will just link up all the object codes one by one. Then we will get the final result. Actually, for your seniors, they had this subject like programming languages pragmatics. So I even taught that subject many times, many times. If you had that subject, then you in that particular one, even they gave like some separate concepts for the linker and the interpreter and for the compiler also. In detail, we have the material in the programming language pragmatics, but unfortunately they have removed that particular subject for your curriculum, because anyhow you know about interpreter, compiler and all, so no need to worry about the previous languages. So that is what they have just remove that subject.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, as you mentioned, if we create two functions, it'll create two fragments for each, one fragment for each function, no ma'am? And inside each fragment, there'll be like that particular function's data, basically integer, character, whatever.
Yeah.
So if I define a global character, how will
Okay.
that end up in this thing?
Got it actually. If it is a global variable, okay, Sarath?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if it is a global variable, you will write before the main function. Or after declaring main, you will just write that particular thing. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be there at first. Whatever, see, that will be at first, the object code will be generated for that.
So
Okay.
it'll be, so two fragments will be inside one big fragment.
Yeah, that is what this linker is used.
Okay, ma'am.
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Good. This is what about compiler, linker, object code. I think I haven't discussed about query evaluation engine. So directly discussing about this query evaluation engine, I'll tell you about one thing: query optimization. What is the query optimization is? If I ask for you all 60 students, if I gave like one program, okay, I cannot expect like maybe the answer is same, but I cannot expect the same code that should be written by the written by the some other person also. No. Okay, you have different idea to implement that same program and some other have different idea. So as like that, there will be many number of queries. For the queries, there will be more number of answers will be there. But among all those, which one is like efficient, so that it will take. And this query optimization, that it will consider. And see, if suppose you have written the syntax in the database like select star from something where condition is. So what this query optimizer will do is, okay, at first we will take this database. It will do like that. And then it will just select one particular record. And then it will goes to the what? Condition. So like that, it has some process. It will be optimized by the query optimizer. So finally, whatever it has taken, that will be get executed by the evaluation engine. We are getting the results. Okay, in SQL format, right? See, we are writing the code in SQL language. It is not a programming language also. So this is what which is used to evaluate the SQL query so that we can easily get the result back. See here, that is what we have. First, maybe compiler and linker, then object code will be generated. That object code will be given to the query evaluation engine. So like that, we have even this arrow marks and all. But here I can say the explanation with only little number of examples. I cannot discuss more and more. But you have to go through go through forward, because see, you have to think more. You don't stick whatever I said in the class and what the material just I have given. And my request is, don't ask like, ma'am, we have just referred your notes but we did not get the questions, okay, in the mid exams or in the final exams. No, you refer the textbook. Okay, even many of the students are asking the notes. Okay, I'm happy. And even I love to give my notes to all those who ask to me. That is not a problem. But what my intention is, you have to just go through the textbook and you just refer the example programs, okay, example problems also, and some case studies will be there. You just refer all those. Okay, see, this material is for reference purpose. If you have not understand directly from the textbook, then you just go through it. That is not a problem, but don't expect all the questions that will come into this. No. Because you are even mid question paper also prepared by all the faculty. Maybe from my material, you can be able to answer all the questions if you know the concepts, exact concept. Okay. That is what I am saying. And yes, this is what disk storage, storage manager, query processor and all. And can anybody tell to me like roughly, okay, it's a general question, to implement or to do some program, no project, okay, some projects. For a single project also, uh, how many numbers it should be there to complete the project, to take care over the project and all? Who should be there to write the code? Some people should be there. Okay, so like that. Can you able to guess? Can you able to guess?
3 people.
3, good. Any other?
5.
5. For what, Nikhil? Why we need 5?
Ma'am, the more the better, no, ma'am.
Okay, if more number of people are there, then you can share your project to all to complete the project within the time, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
So, Saren, you also increase the count then.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, for the project, there are we will just view the front side of the project. We don't know, if I am non-technical person, then I will not know anything. If somebody told me to just go through this particular site, okay, I'll just go through that particular site. I don't know what was happening, okay, what is there in detail, and why is this project and all. So actually, to design a project, okay, as I'm the viewer, I don't know, I use that. But if we are in a stage to develop a project, then you have some, even in the MNCs, even in the TCS also, they have some teams. Okay, back-end team will be there separately and front-end team will be there separately, and even the designing part, it will be done by some other people. Maybe it will be done by non-technical people also. Yes, even nowadays, people are as as the jobs are more in the IT field, many of the people who are not technical also, they are just concentrating on how to design the websites, and easily they are just sales their templates to the other people. They are just selling that. ఓకే సో ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ పీపుల్ అంటే ఒక వెబ్సైట్ డిజైన్ చేయడానికి ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు, అండ్ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు. దే ఆర్ యూస్ ఫర్ టు లింక్ ద ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ కోడ్ టు ద బ్యాక్ ఎండ్. అండ్ if suppose if we have done something from the front page, we are getting the results back, right? అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఐఆర్సిటిసిలో లాగిన్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ కన్సిడర్ అమెజాన్, you will just give your data after you have registered into that. So then thereby you can see your name, right? And whatever the orders that you have placed. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So as like that, how you are getting that? If that particular website has the link between the front end code and the back end code. Okay, backend code not like that. It has a link between the front code to the database. So that is what we have, like many of the programmers. Some programmers, they will work on programming language. Some programmers, they will just do the work on backend, okay, on database. So that is what I am saying is, even if you are familiar with any one of the programming language, that is sufficient. The questioner will just give you the question, okay, write the logic for this program. So they'll just ask you like that. So then you have to start write the logic in any one of the programming language. Till now, nobody have just instructed the person to write the code only on a specific programming language. No, not like that. But the database is common. Okay, so you have to learn the basics. How many managers will be there in the storage component, and what is the query processor component, how it will work, what the what is compiler, DML compiler, DDL interpreter, and all. And these are of in the last, this application interfaces or programs, query tools, administration tools. See, this administration tools will be used by the database administrator. Okay, and sophisticated users are nothing but which are used for doing the analysis purpose. That is what analysts antar kada, data analyst, data scientist. Those are nothing but the sophisticated users only. You know, in each and every MNC, they'll recruit one data scientist, data analyst. For them,
Yes, ma'am.
they used to give like more package, more and more. What they'll do, they'll just do the analysis on the existed data from the last, from 5 to 10 years data. They used to check that data. So based on that, they'll just do the analysis, and they'll just give the suggestion to the organization. So what the steps have to take to get the more profits. So like that. And application programmers are nothing but the examples of the application programmers or you only. Okay, if you have prepared any application, so if it was prepared by you, so I can say that you are the application programmer. Okay, and coming to the nav users, sellers, agents, what those are called is, if I'm using the website, I don't know about that much, then I can say I'm the nav user. I'll just use it. That's it. Even agents untar kada, some mediators, even for the projects also. Maybe if you have developed something and to get published, to get talk more about whatever you have developed the application. Okay, దానికి మీరు maybe agents కూడా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. What they do is they will just make an ad, and they will just give that to the some other person. So agents also naive users, they also don't know much about the code and all. Understand? Saren?
Yes, ma'am.
No doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. 37, 42.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Nikhil? Okay, roll number 4, 12194. Are you there? Not there. Roll number 30. Yeah. Have you listened the class? Yeah, understood everything? Okay. Number 30. I think she hasn't renamed the participant name also here. Madhavi, are you there? Number 5. See? Number 9. 5, 9. Okay, not responded. I'll just remember their numbers. 12. 14. Mamata. See, I'm noting down your numbers. If you haven't responded to me, then I'll just note down the numbers. Then I'll not even correct your papers also, if you do like this. If you want only the attendance, tell me. I'll give the whole attendance. Whole semester attendance, then if it is possible, then I'll give at once. But don't do like this. This participation count, it will not give happiness to me. If you respond to my class, then okay. Otherwise, not at all useful for you and not for me also. So others who are here in the session, you can just raise your hands. Okay. So thank you the students, those who have raised the hands. So each and every meeting activity that will be just noted. Okay, we will get back the notepad even. Those who have responded after I call, everything will be recorded. So thank you, ma'am. I'm just ending the session. If you have any doubts, you can still be in the meeting. Otherwise, you can log out. It's already 3:49. So I don't want to make you to be in the session as it is 4, as it's become.